Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the UCF Knights, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for space. It's Boone. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Brown will throw it. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Quick strike complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He'll pull it down and run. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Getting set for first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Tulane right back to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
He's looking for a man on second down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. That's caught. It's Boone. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
That last completion sets him up on second down. The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Boone. Shakes off the tackle. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Feeling some heat. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCF 10, Tulane 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Tulane right back to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Hughes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice play. This running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
He leaves it with the back. The Knights get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's got it on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Running the red zone. It's Boone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
17, Tulane 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Got his man on the right. And he will score! Touchdown, Green Wave! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. Offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Working that left side now. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knights! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Barges ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UCF 31, Tulane 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage, they took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Finds his back in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Now improvising. On the run, fires downfield. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. One more snap coming before halftime. The snap sets up the throw. He lets it fly. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
UCF, number 8.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return.
Tulane, 14.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 35, set to advance on the football.
The fair catch called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single...
And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
5-yard line. It's now second and goal.
Second and goal for the offense. Brown will throw it. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Third and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up fourth down.
Dances away. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a fourth and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
They move the tight end all over. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want a great second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Hands it off. Showing off the arms. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Tulane right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it behind the line. It's Hughes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, UCF! The AT unit on the field.
With the defensive score.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
That makes the score UCF.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Set to kick it away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, UCF 45, Tulane 14.
On the double.
off play action. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
He wants to throw here on second down. With the catch, it's Preston. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. Now on the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Calm down at the 2-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UCF 45, Tulane 21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on fourth and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Brown wants to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a third and 9. Coming after it. Makes the grab. It's Boone. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. going up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They go to the counter. Makes him talk to the hand. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Try to get it on the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who...
Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adapting. At the 35, he's open.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope, he steps out of bounds.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Discards a man. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Number 13, with the grab and the score.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. First down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take a shot right away. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone.
Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Colorado! What a grab and go for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Quickly complete. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Colorado 21, Minnesota 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to get to him. Fires and picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. The offense set for a first down play. To the air, it's Cantrell. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They'll run the screen. Dances away again. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Gain of 29 on the play.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's McWilliams. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. They're trying to get to it. Get it out on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback extends the play. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Second down coming up. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking the play. They keep attacking through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. How about this? A fake. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. Off he goes. And they caught the return team hitting the snooze button, and they pick up the first down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snapping it to the up back, completing the pass.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Leaves it with the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
It's 4th and goal, and they'll go for the touchdown and keep the kicker on ice. They'll run it. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Now the play fake. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Colorado. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 18.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Fires to the right. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bucks! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harrell. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarter.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On third down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Hit as he throws. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's some great toughness by the quarterback. Hanging in the pocket. Listen, knowing you're going to get smacked and still being able to deliver the football down the field. Good toughness by that quarterback.
Now the pitch. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
3:25.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The third sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. The play action fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Colorado 42, Minnesota 13.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Hits the spin cycle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking to pass. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
One thing you can never take for granted defensively is the ability to make tackles in space. That was not easy. That's a running back catching the ball out on the perimeter of the field on 3rd down. He's used to making people miss and looking silly. Great job using fundamentals to get him down, setting up 4th.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Looking left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds, and he makes the catch inside the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Cantrell. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the pummeling has started. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Minnesota, 13.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Finds his man. It's McWilliams. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the
and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just
running toward the tape. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harrell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Colorado! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six.
Minnesota, 13.
Coming out with it, it's Harrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing the pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play be.
Fires one high and deep. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Looking for a crease, it's Owens. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here's the handoff. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. With the run on 1st and goal. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.